Last week, the Japanese government officially announced that they would release all the wastewater from the Fukushima nuclear power plant into the Pacific Ocean. However, I would like you to patiently listen to this story to understand its severe consequences. Firstly, let's go back to the year 2011. Perhaps many of you also know that on March 11th of that year, a powerful earthquake measuring magnitude 9 struck the northeastern coastal region of Japan at an incredible speed. In the ensuing tsunami, the Tokyo Electric Power Company, also known as TEPCO, experienced a nuclear leak incident. This is one of the most serious nuclear accidents ever recorded globally in recent decades. The release of a large amount of radioactive material caused irreparable damage to the coastal residents and the surrounding environment. At that time, the temperature control system at the power plant was almost completely destroyed, and due to the loss of cooling capability, the nuclear reactor core exploded due to prolonged high temperatures. Simultaneously, nuclear fuel rods melted and penetrated the reactor vessel's bottom. To prevent a complete core meltdown, the power plant had to inject seawater to cool the reactor core, resulting in the creation of additional nuclear wastewater. Although the event occurred over a decade ago, the issue of nuclear wastewater disposal has still not been effectively resolved. In fact, since 2013, the Japanese government has assessed 5 methods for wastewater treatment, including injecting it into the ground, releasing it into the ocean, vaporization, hydrogen release, and underground burial. However, none of these options gained widespread approval until April 13th. They officially announced that they would directly discharge nuclear wastewater into the Pacific Ocean. This announcement has stirred outrage across many countries worldwide. We are aware that the ocean is a complex system, and once nuclear wastewater is directly released into the Pacific, it will spread to over 80% of the Pacific Ocean surface area in just 2 months due to the influence of ocean currents. Under the impact of ocean currents, approximately 10 years later, the entire world's oceans will be contaminated, and 50 years from now, the consequences could lead to irreversible changes for all species on Earth. Perhaps this is something many people do not care about or have yet to fully comprehend. Currently, the oceans have been devastated to an extent that, on April 13, 2019, American explorer Victor, during his deepest dive in the world's oceans, discovered traces of plastic waste at the Challenger Deep. This finding indicates that there is no longer any marine area on this planet that remains uncontaminated by plastic pollution. Since the Second Industrial Revolution, human society has experienced rapid development, but it has also faced economic and environmental challenges. We have not hesitated to choose economic growth. Humans are inherently selfish and driven by absolute desires. It is due to these characteristics that we have gradually pushed the Earth into a deep abyss, based on credible data. Currently, approximately 8 million tons of plastic flow into the world's oceans each year. Every 3 tons of fish caught by fishermen may contain 1 ton of plastic. This is not to mention other serious issues, such as indiscriminate wastewater discharge and oil spills. Just look at the emaciated polar bears with no habitat. Look at the rapidly dying glaciers. Look at the deformed turtles that ingest plastic waste. How much harm can we continue to inflict? In the context of a deteriorating global environment, we cannot control others, and we cannot control other nations. What we can truly do is only the small things. But remember, a small spark can ignite a fire. Hopefully more people can watch this video, not for any other reason, but because protecting the Earth is a meaningful endeavor.